Hello, family. All praises and blessings to the Most High, the Creator, our Father. We left off, I know it's been a little while, we left off in the book of the Apocalypse of Abraham. And we will pick up there in chapter 25, where we left off. Verse 1. Then I saw something that looked like an idol. It was the idol of jealousy. Verse 2. It was carved in wood like Father used to make. Its body was made of glittering bronze that covered the wood. 3. And in front of it, I saw a man who was worshiping the idol, and in front of him there was an altar. And upon the altar a boy was killed as a sacrifice in the presence of the idol. 4. And I said to him, what is this idol, and what is the altar, and who are those being sacrificed? And who is the one who performs the sacrifice? And what is the beautiful temple which I see? These are the beauty of your glory, like that which lies beneath your throne. Verse 5. And he said, remember, this is Abraham speaking with the Most High. And he said, hear, Abraham, this temple which you have seen, the altar and the works are my idea of the priesthood, performing in the name of my glory, where every prayer of man will enter and live. They include the praise of kings and prophets, and whatever sacrifice I decree to be made for me. 6. And he said, Abraham, listen, what you see is the temple. It is a copy of that which is in the heavens. It is glorious in its appearance and beauty. I will give it to the sons of men to ordain a priesthood for my glorious name. In it, the prayers of man will be spoken and sacrifices offered. 7. I have ordained this for your people, especially those who will arise out of your lineage. 8. But the idol which you saw is the image of jealousy that will be set up by some of those who will come out of your own loins in later days. 9. And the man who sacrifices in murder is he who pollutes my temple. These are witnesses to the final judgment, and their appointment has been set from the beginning of creation. Chapter 26. And I said, Eternal, mighty one, why did you establish it like this? And then proclaim the knowledge of it. And he said to me, listen, Abraham, and understand what I am about to say to you, and answer my question. Why did your father Terah, and see they call him Terah in here, and in the other book that I read of, the Library of Congress, it's Thayer, Thare, Thayer, however you want to pronounce that, which is also in the King James, Thayer, but in this book, the hidden books, they wrote his name as Terah. But if you look at all the letters in Torah and put the H after the T and the A after the H before the E, before the R and the E last, it's there. But they rearranged his name in this rewrite of our books, of our scriptures. But again, I'll pick up, why did your father Terah not listen to you? And why did he not cease his idolatrous practices together with his entire house? 2. And I said, Eternal Mighty One, certainly because he did not want to obey me, because I did not follow his works. 3. And he said to me, the will of your father is in him, and your will is in you. And likewise, the counsel of my own will is within me. And it is prepared for the coming days before you have any knowledge of them or can see the future with your own eyes. Now look again into the vision and see how it will be with your children. Chapter 27. And I looked and I saw the vision sway. From its left side, a crowd of unbelievers ran out and they captured the men, women, and children, and they murdered most of them, and others they kept as slaves. And I saw them run towards them through 4 doors which were high with stairs, and they burned the temple with fire. And they took and broke the holy things that were in the temple. Verse 2. And I said, Eternal One, behold, my progeny whom you have accepted are robbed by these ungodly men. Some are killed, and others they enslave. The temple they have burned with fire, and the beautiful things in it they have robbed and destroyed. If this is to be, why have you ripped my heart like this? 3. And he said to me, listen, Abraham, all that you have seen will happen because of your progeny, who will continually provoke me because of the idols that you saw. And because of the human sacrifice in the vision, through their drive and desire to do evil and their schemes in the temple, you saw it, and that is how it will be. 4. And I said, Eternal, Mighty One, allow these works of evil brought about by ungodliness pass by, and instead show me those who fulfilled the commandments. Show me the works of righteousness. I know in truth you can do this. You can do this. 5. And he said to me, the days of the righteous are seen symbolized by the lives of righteous rulers who will arise, and whom I have created to rule at the appointed times. But you must know that out of them will arise others who care only for their own interests. These are symbolized by those I have already shown you. Chapter 28. And I answered and said, Mighty, Eternal One, you who are holy by your power, show mercy. I pray, since you have brought me up here to your high place, and you have shown your beloved the things about which I asked, please tell me now, will what I saw be their lot for long? 2. And he showed me a multitude of his people and said to me, because of them, I will be provoked by them through the 4 high doorways you saw. And my retribution for their deeds will be accomplished. But in the 4th descent of 100 years, which is the same as 1 hour of the age, the same is 100 years, there will be evil among the nations. But also for 1 hour there will be mercy and honor among those nations. Chapter 29, verse 1. And I said, Eternal One, how long are the hours of the age? And he said, 12 hours have I ordained for this present ungodly age to rule among the nations and within your progeny. And until the end of the times, it will be even as you saw. And now reckon and understand and look again into the vision. 2. And he said, I decreed to keep 12 periods of the impious age among the heathens, and among your progeny, and what you have seen will be until the end of time. 3. And I looked and saw a man going out from the left side of the nations. 4. And there went men, men and women and children out from the side of nations, like many multitudes, and they worshiped him. 6. And while I still looked, there came many from the right side, and some of these insulted him, and some of them even struck him, but others worshiped him. 7. As I watched, I saw Azazel, Satan. I saw Azazel come up to him, and he kissed him on the face, and then turned and stood behind him. 8. Then I said, Eternal Mighty One, who is this man who is insulted and beaten, and who is worshipped by the nations and kissed by Azazel? 9. And he answered and said, Hear me, Abraham. The man you saw insulted and beaten, and yet worshipped by many, he is the relief, liberty, freedom granted for the nations of people who will be born from you in the last days, which are these days, family. In the 12th hour of the age of ungodliness. 10. But in the 12th hour of my last age of my fulfillment will I set up this man from your tribe, whom you saw issue from among my people. And all who follow him will become like this man. And they will be called by me, and they will join the others, even those who desire to change within themselves. 11. Regarding those who emerge from the left side of the vision, the meaning of this, there will be many from the nations who will set their hopes on him. But those whom you saw from your progeny on the right of the vision who insulted him and struck him, many will be offended because of him. But some will worship him, and he will test those of your progeny who have worshiped him in the 12th hour at the end in order to shorten the age of ungodliness. And I believe that is speaking about Jesus, the creation of Jesus by man. You know, if Azazel stood behind him and then going to let him be up front so all the people can follow the devil, the wickedness, right into Azazel's hand, then that's who that would be because he doesn't exist. 12. Before the age of the righteous begins to grow, my judgment will come upon the lawless, peoples through the people of your progeny who have been separated to me. 13. And in those days I will bring upon all creatures of the earth 10 plagues, through misfortune and disease and the groans of their bitter grief. And this will be brought upon the generations of men because of the provocation and the corruption of mankind, because they provoke me. And then the righteous men of your progeny will survive in the number which is kept secret by me. Excuse me, family. And will hasten the coming of the glory of my name to that place prepared before for those you saw destroyed in the vision. 14. And they will live and be established by the sacrifices of righteousness in the age of the godly. And they will rejoice in me continually and receive those who return to me in repentance, because their inner torment will be great for those who have wrongfully misused them in this world. 15. And they will see the honor bestowed on those who are mine in the day of glory. Abraham, see what you have seen and hear what you have heard, and take knowledge of all that you have come to know. 16. Go to your inheritance, for behold, I am with you to the age. We'll stop there. Thank you, family, for your understanding.